Well, hello, Generals, and welcome into this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Dylan Bryan, filling in for Kayla Comey today. Today we're going to start you off with What's Up Heritage. 5-Star News reporters Cole Denton, Brandon Frady, and Daniel Fleming have the latest school announcements and a cold 5-day weather forecast.
Hello, Generals. Welcome back to What's Up Heritage. We're coming up with a new slogan for each episode. It's harder than finding a good story. Let's get to it. If you missed last week's show, just remember that while we are on the hybrid schedule, there will be tutoring sessions held on Wednesdays from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. Bus transportation is available and free meals will be served. We have some real talent here at HHS. The HHS Talent Show is coming up. The show will be held on March 23rd and 25th. Students can audition or in person or submit a video. During the month of February, HHS staff will hold several orientational services to prepare 8th grade students for the transition to high school. Upcoming freshmen will select their classes between February 1st and 14th through their student portal account. Several of the activities this year will be offered virtually, and now onto our weather forecast. Tuesday should be a high of 41 and a low of 25. Wednesday should be a high of 46 and a low of 27. Thursday should be a high of 52, a low of 48. Friday should be partly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain with a high of 52 and a low of 30. Saturday should be 30% chance of rain with a high of 52 and a low of 32.
Thanks, guys. On to the news now. And I've been hearing about this senior wish thing. I don't know much about it, but we sent a few news reporters out into the hallways to find out how these wishes are being granted and who's granting them. Let's find out more.
In this pandemic world where your senior year is not what everyone wishes their senior year would be, we came up with the senior wishes, kind of a throwback from middle school. So Mr. Bradford is doing a drawing.
So the senior sponsors are granting senior wishes this year. Similar to what happened when you guys were in 8th grade, you had 8th grade wishes, which I always thought was pretty cool.
Anything from candy, it could be milkshakes, anything monetary value of $5 or less, just to add a little sparkle and a little brightness to your world. We just want you guys to have a happy year. We all know normal is out of the window right now, but it's a lot of fun just to see whose name will be chosen and to have just a few bright spots in this year.
Okay, so I got my senior wish and I got fuzzy socks, and I'm really appreciative that the school went out and got them for me, and I love them. And I chose fuzzy socks because I always wear fuzzy socks, and so my friends were like, you should do that for your wish, so I did, and I'm really glad that I got it. So.
Great report, you two. My senior wish is that Auburn wins the Natty next year. Good luck granting that one. Moving on now, there are some cool things happening around HHS for students who are displaying great character in and around the school. Have you been noticed by a teacher doing a good deed? Well, if you have, then you might be in for a good surprise. Jacob Hawkins spoke with Mr. Beagles for more on the story.
What is PBIS all about?
What it's all about is basically it is a school-wide implementation for the behavior that we expect from all of our students in the building and on campus, whether we're in the classroom, whether we're in an event in the theater, or whether we're in an athletic event. And it's basically the behaviors that we would expect our students to model each and every day. Absolutely. Any teacher is able to give out a reward to any student. And a lot of times what we're looking for is, and the teachers are looking for, are students that are doing things above and beyond. I mean, we've seen students grab a door and hold a door for a teacher that's got their arms full. We've seen kids run out and grab something out of teachers' arms to help carry things in. Let's do more than just say thank you.
The actions of the students vary. What I like to do is I like to find somebody who is doing something out of the blue, above and beyond. So one example of something that happened this year was, it was the very first day of class. I had a student come. They didn't have a Chromebook charger. And so it was just something simple, like, they're like, Miss Godfrey, can I use a Chromebook charger? And the student next to was like, hey, I got one you can use. Just that willingness to share and help a fellow student.
Well, believe it or not, we started it when we started things last year. We have an ice cream cart that we put out here in the academic courtyard at lunches, and the students have their choice of any ice cream they want off that cart. And I know it's wintertime, but it's still it's something that students enjoy because it's something that they can't come over here to the machine and buy and get, and so it's been a good reward for them.
Good stuff, Jacob. Now for a quick timeout on this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News. But don't go away. I'll have all your sports installments after this, including our Lady Generals' big win over the weekend and the second installment of Cam's Basketball Fantasy Showdown. Don't go away. Sports is next.
Talent. What is it? No, I'm afraid it's not going to be playing video games like this. Talent could be something like singing. So if you think you got talent, you can audition in video or in person. You can even do magic tricks. Like, there's a quarter in my ear.
In my heart I have but one desire.
Welcome back, Generals, and Dylan Bryan here, back at you with some sports. We're going to start off today with girls and boys basketball. Last Friday, both of them went down to Tangle with the Lions, and the girls came out with a big region win, but the boys sadly fell short. Ryan Heat and Hayden Johnson are going to have a recap of that game and a preview of tonight's matchup versus Ringgold at the Taj.
So I knew going in it was going to be tough physically. They're a pretty physical basketball team, and a trip like that doesn't do us any favors either. So, I thought the girls played really poorly for about 3 quarters, and then finally stepped up the pressure in the 4th quarter and played with a lot of composure when we could have folded the tent late in the game. Matherly hit a couple of huge threes. Gracie with a big assist at the end. Dayana gave us some great energy off the bench that night, and I thought the girls really grinded it out, rebounded the ball really well in the 4th quarter. Got crucial stops when we needed them. So I was really proud to show that kind of maturity late in the game after we did not play well at all. So that's promising. When you don't play a very good game and you end up getting a win on the road in the region, it's always important. And then, of course, tonight, big one against Ringgold. Get to host this time. So, of course, that game means a lot to me, and of course, it means a lot to people in the community. So excited about the challenge. We didn't play well over there last time, so hopefully the good news is we get a turnaround quick, a week and a half, and get to go at them again. So I think the girls are ready for the challenge, and we're going to have a good day at practice today. Or we had a good day at practice yesterday, and get ready to go tonight.
So Friday we went on a long trip down to Central Carrollton. It was a good trip, long bus ride, but got down there and had fun, but we came up just short. We had trouble scoring. We only scored 38, I think, in the game, and had a few turnovers, but in the end, we just couldn't put the ball in the hole very well. Just had some looks here and there, but didn't finish them, and they made a few plays. So lost by 8. We knew it was going to be a tough game going down there, and we barely beat them here when we played up here. So they're a pretty good team, but look, maybe we'll get another shot at them in the tournament.
We had a game this past Friday against Central Carrollton, all the way up in Central Carrollton. It was a far trip. It was a really fun trip. We stopped at Chick-fil-A, ate some food, and we played at 7:30. It was a really hard-fought game. I thought we all played pretty well. We just couldn't put the ball in the hole. We played them earlier in the year and won by 1 point. It was a really close game here at Heritage. But it was a hard game. It was loud. They had some good fans, and we just battled it out well, but came up short in the end.
Tonight we got senior night, which is going to be fun. We recognize all our seniors. We got 8 players and 2 managers. So we recognize a bunch of people who've been in our program for a while and helped us out over the years. So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to a good game against Ringgold. They gave us all we wanted over there at their place, so they're going to be ready for us again. So looking forward to that tonight.
And then tonight we have a big game against Ringgold. It was a close game the first time we played them. It was about 10-point game. We just pulled away at the end, but it was a hard-fought game the first time. We're looking forward tonight to playing them well. We had a good day of practice yesterday. We'll just see how that turns out. But we have a big region tournament coming up. Hopefully we get to play Central Carrollton again, but we should get the #1 seed depending on the game Friday.
Great job, ladies, and good luck to both you and the guys tonight on senior night versus Ringgold. Sticking with basketball now, we have another segment of HHS Cam's Fantasy Basketball Showdown. The defending champion, Aaron Hilliard, would take on yours truly. The stage is now set. Let's get to the picks.
This week, we're back for the second edition of the HHS Fantasy Showdown with last week's winner, Aaron Hilliard. And this week, we'll be doing some more picks. In Tier 1, we have Mitchell Kennedy, Carter Bell, Courtney McKenzie, and Cole Wilcox.
We'll have to go with old Big Mitchie over there.
Yeah. In Tier 2, we got Cade Canary, Brooke Matherly, Luke Grant, and Cooper Terry.
We'll have to shoot for Brooke Matherly on that one.
All right. And in Tier 3, we have Dayana Perriman, Carson Palmer, Smoke Burns, and Caden Swope.
You know, since it's senior night, I think I'm going to have to go for my boy Carson.
Yes, sir. Good pick. All right, we're back with our second contestant, Dylan Bryan. And once again, in Tier 1, we have Mitchell Kennedy, Carter Bell, Courtney McKenzie, and Cole Wilcox.
I'll go with Carter Bell.
All right, and in Tier 2, we have Cade Canary, Brooke Matherly, Luke Grant, and Cooper Terry.
Give me my boy Cade on senior night.
All right, and in Tier 3, we have Dayana Perriman, Carson Palmer, Smoke Burns, and Caden Swope.
I'll take Dayana Perriman.
All right, come back next week for the scores again in the Ringgold and Cedartown games.
Now moving on to Sunday's big matchup in the Super Bowl where the Bucs take on the Chiefs. Can Tom Brady win one with his new team, or will Mahomes go back-to-back? Here's five-star sports reporters Carson Green and Damon Jones. They went around and asked some of y'all who y'all's picks are.
You did good in the other games you picked this year already. Who you got in this big Super Bowl matchup?
Big Super Bowl, I got to go with Kansas City. I mean, you know, they're the team that won last year, so I'm going with Kansas City. They're pretty tough. They got to beat Brady. You know, I was going with Aaron Rodgers last week, but he had to do too many State Farm commercials and wasn't thinking about playing football. So now he's at home with State Farm eating Cracker Jacks. So I'm going with Kansas City, #1.
Who do you got winning the MVP?
Mahomes, quarterback.
Big Super Bowl game this weekend, obviously. The last time we picked the championship games, you got one right and one wrong. Who you got winning the Super Bowl game?
Well, I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest. It's who's playing again? Tampa Bay and Kansas City.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the jinx on Tom Brady. I would normally say I'm going to pick Kansas City, but I cannot stand Tom Brady. So I'm going to pick him this week. I'm going to say Brady wins this thing. It's going to be 34-21. About said Patriots. Buccaneers, 31-24 Bucks over Mahomes and the Chiefs. Go Bucks.
Who do you got winning the MVP of the game?
The MVP, I mean, it's already been given out, man. It's Brady. I mean, are you really asking me who's going to win the MVP? I mean, they handed that thing out as soon as he got moved from the Patriots to the Buccaneers. I thought they went ahead and gave it to him then.
Big game Sunday night. Who do you got?
I got Chiefs winning.
What do you think the score will be?
I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 33-21. 33-21.
Who do you think is going to have a big night in that match?
I think Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes are going to have 500 yards combined with about 3 touchdowns.
All right, man. Who do you got in the big game Sunday?
I got the Buccaneers winning 31-28. I feel like Tom Brady's going to have a good night, and I feel like the refs are going to get them the Super Bowl win.
All right, who do you got winning the MVP?
Tom Brady, as always. Right. He's the GOAT.
Back to the news now, and wow, that was a ton of sports. But before we let y'all go today, we want to let you in on one of our favorite Tuesday segments. It's called Ben Don't Ask Me. If you have any questions, look him up. Let's see what he has in store for us today.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Dineski. Welcome to this fourth installment of Ben, Don't Ask Me. Today, our question comes from Kyla Hall. And her question is, what do you need to think about when you're signing to a deaf individual? Well, don't ask me. Let's go ask one of our ASL experts at Heritage High School.
When you see someone who's deaf and they are signing and you don't know how to sign, the best thing is to just not panic. Deaf people are always very receptive to having people talk to them. They enjoy it. They love it. They're very social. So one thing that you can do is write notes. If you know any sign, even the alphabet, if you could spell something to them, that's exciting to them because that means that you're interested in their language and their community. So I'd say writing notes is the number one way. Kids now will use their phones and write notes back and forth, passing it back and forth, or even text messaging. Any of those would be appropriate ways to be able to communicate.
Thank you, Ms. Cook.
Nice one, Ben. And now we have one of our newest segments on the show, The Jokesters, where Aaron Hilliard and Kane Stover show why they're not participating in the talent show. Take it away, guys.
What's up, big ballers? This is your boy Steph Daddy with
Hilltop.
And this is the first edition of the Jokesters. We're going to be walking around asking students and teachers some jokes. Stay tuned. I'm with Big Bag Bobby today, and I'm about to tell him a joke. What's a pig that does karate?
A pig that does karate.
Yeah.
A porkster.
Pork chop.
Joke number 2. Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
I don't know.
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
Get a haircut.
That was really funny.
You're back with Steph Daddy, and for the third joke, what streets do ghosts haunt?
I have no idea.
Dead ends.
This is the last joke of the segment. All right, Dylan. Why did the bike fall over?
Why?
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 Because he was too tired.
So funny. This is hilarious, Aaron. That's so funny. It's hysterical.
Come back next week.
And with that, that'll do it for this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News. Jameson Shook will join you this Friday with a brand new report. But until then, stay classy, Heritage.